Representative Lance Yednock joining us. Good morning. The big question I have here is, in your research of the statute, in your opinion, what do you think SMH did or did not do correctly?
Well, again, in my opinion, I'm not a lawyer, but I have called the Illinois Department of Public Health, and they had explained to me that there is a process for a closure. Even a temporary closure requires the hospital to talk to, I think it's called the Healthcare Facilities Board, and that hadn't been done when we were told this was happening. I started making phone calls, and as of the 25th, I was told that they finally put in a formal request to be able to close or temporary close, and there's supposed to be a timeline involved in that. So my understanding from someone who works at the IDPH had said that there could be fines involved because it could be a violation of law.
I think you probably are on board with many other people who want to make sure that this facility remains open, not only just for the community, but for obviously just healthcare in the state of Illinois. Let's be realistic. Babies are going to be happening no matter what, and we're running out of places to have them be born at. What would you like to see happen in an effort to try to at least get some obstetrics unit in the region to stay open?
Well, if SMH goes ahead with this plan, or they're granted their plan to be able to, reemerge as an REH, that's a rural emergency healthcare unit in Peru, and then St. Margaret's, I would hope that they would consider going back through the permitting process or licensing process and start an OB ward, at least over at St. Margaret's. I don't know that that's going to happen. So, the other option is we have some healthcare providers that we understand are looking to come into Illinois to be just, straight obstetric care companies. We're researching that, trying to reach out to some of these to see if this would be an area where they would consider. And then, of course, the last option that I can think of is another hospital system that has OB services, buying maybe IVCH facilities and having an OB care ward there. Those are the options. Making that happen it's a much more difficult pull.
How confident are you in the upper management of SMH in coming up with a solution here that benefits the community?
That's a tough question. Obviously, when we find out from media themselves to call us and let us know that they're going to be closing, it doesn't exude a lot of confidence. I'm upset about the way they've handled this. I think they know that, and we've heard from them that they apologize. But it doesn't make me think that they've been really, on the up about this. I'm not sure how this is going to, play out. There's a process to get this rural emergency health care in place, and unfortunately, it seems like they were gambling a little bit that this would be done fast, and I just don't think it happens like that. The administrative state takes a while to move. So I would say my confidence right now is a little bit low.
What do you tell the employees that are currently looking at the fact that they're going to be out of work here very quickly, and there's a large number of them? What do you tell those individuals that have worked so hard for St. Margaret's in Peru and are now being told that their services aren't needed? Well,
two things. I'm hopeful that many of them still work at SMH St. Margaret's in Peru. In Spring Valley. So that can be a fully staffed, fully functional hospital. I think the need is there. And, anyone that chooses not to apply for a job there, I think there are other opportunities in the region. Ottawa, St. Francis, I'm told, is, going to look to up their staff, obviously, because there's going to be a challenge there. I'm hopeful that those who have spent the time and energy and effort to become healthcare workers, and we're in such a dire shortage of them nationwide, will choose to stay in the industry, and more importantly, stay in our region and our local area, and continue to serve patients here. I know that some of these other hospital systems are already planning on doing job fairs, and if those that choose not to apply or stay at St. Margaret's in Spring Valley, I'm hoping that they find a job and stay in this area.
One other last question to go back to the following the law and fines. Would that be something handled by the IDPH, or is that handled by Kwame Raoul? what body is going to be the one enacting the fines and or penalties if applicable?
I believe it would be the IDPH, the Illinois Department of Public Health. They are the licensing entity for hospitals and healthcare providers. So that would be, or they're the ones who at least regulate it. So my understanding is the IDPH. Whether that goes through the Attorney General, or not, I really don't. I can't say that.
Mm-hmm. Any idea what the fines could potentially be?
That's probably in administrative rules, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know that far yet.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you so much.
Sir.